Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm alright. I've been having some issues as of late.
Oh, issues. What are those issues?
Well, I'm facing a lot of peer pressure from my friends about our band,
Hmm.
and they're fully invested, as they call it, but they are expecting me to leave my employer in order to be full-time in the band, and that's complicating for me.
I'm sure it is. So they don't feel as though you're fully invested?
Well, despite the fact that I pay for a lot of the jam space time and I take care of a lot of the cash things for the band,
Mm-hmm.
I would say I am. They don't feel like I'm spending enough time practicing. And it's complicating my life because if I don't have that source of income, I'm not going to be making enough from music.
That's very understandable.
You'll have to excuse me, I forgot to turn my phone off before our session.
No problem.
Thank you.
So it sounds like you are invested to some degree, if you're financially like backing the project pretty much. That's an investment.
I would say so. I think for them, it's just the amount of time I spend at work and not with the band.
Right. That's understandable.
And it's hardest with the singer because he's a bit of a drama queen.
Hmm.
And he throws temper tantrums when I can't jam because I have to work. Yet, if I'm not working, I'm not sure how they're going to be practicing.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I really don't want it to end up in a fight that breaks up the band, and I don't want to be kicked out because I'm not invested.
So it sounds like the problem is maybe a lack of understanding between the band members.
I would say.
Yeah.
And it's starting to build resentment in some aspects of the band, particularly between myself and the lead singer.
Yeah, that's understandable. So have you talked to them about how you feel about it? And
I've tried to explain to them that I can't live on what we're making from the band, but their claim and argument is that it's because I'm not spending enough time for us to be making enough money as a band. But I don't want to jeopardize the work that I have at all in any way, shape, or form due to the fact that where I'm at now, I have a good income, but I would be losing quite a bit along the way. It's really making me mad that they refuse to acknowledge it.
yeah, I can understand that. It's obviously important for you to be able to financially support yourself, and that's a good thing. It's great that you have the band and that that's something that you're really interested in and you obviously want to take it farther. Um, is there anything that you think you could do to maybe tide it over a little bit, or any extra time maybe that you could put in?
I'm thinking that if we could maybe jam later at night and into the early morning, it would be fine for me, but
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult as well because some of the band members, as you know with musicians, are really into their party life.
Yes. Yes, there.
So it's, again, complicates things because if I want to take them away from their party life, it seems to be an issue, yet they want to take me away from my work life. I'm not interested in name calling, I'm not interested in saying who's doing what wrong. I would just rather get to the bottom of it and move forward.
Yeah, I can understand that. So maybe if you can come up with a few points that you can sit down and discuss with them and explain to them that you are very passionate about the band and that music is a huge priority for you and you will do everything that you can, stuff like that, because this is what you're telling me, that you feel that way, that you love being in the band, that
I
you
do.
love the music.
And at the same time, my parents have a conflict with it against me because they think I can't do anything with my music, and that's quite frustrating as well.
Yeah, that is frustrating. I mean, it's hard to go from something that's stable to something that might not be so stable. But it obviously is important to follow your dreams and what you want to do. And, you know, as an adult, we have responsibilities, financial responsibilities. So, of course, you have to take that into consideration first. But it's great that you have this passion for music. And I think that there is definitely a way that you can do both. We just need to figure out how you are going to do that without upsetting your band or your parents more than they already are.
Okay. Well, I also need to do something about the fact that I'm slightly jealous that they get to spend so much time practicing, whereas I'm spending all this other time doing other things to make my life work. And I get jealous and angry at them because all they're doing is music, yet somehow still seeming to make ends meet.
So it sounds like maybe this is a little bit of an internal conflict as well.
That might be a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss out on the opportunities, but I do want my bandmates to be 100% invested in my external life as well as my band life.
So you say that you want that the band is very important to you and that it makes you feel jealous and frustrated that you can't, or you feel as though you can't put as much time in, but you also have your financial responsibilities to take care of. So what happens if you maybe work less and spend more time on your music?
I suppose I could go down to casual part-time position maybe, where I'm picking up enough hours to make up the lost revenue that I would have lost being fully invested in the band.
That's definitely an option.
Maybe I should talk to my fellow bandmates about this and apologize to them for how much time I spend at work, but maybe try and get them to understand how much the work is necessary to the progression of the band.
Yes, absolutely. That's definitely a good alternative to deal with it. And then it will maybe satisfy your own feelings of wanting to do more because you love to play music as much as you do, and will also in turn satisfy what they want from you, and could be good.
What I think I might do then is maybe send an email out to the band where I can explain it a little bit better, as I might get a little bit flustered if it's a one-on-one conversation with bandmates. And that way they have the time to actually read and understand my insecurities and my fears about progressing and moving forward, and also talk to them about the potential for me to go down to a casual part-time at work, which would still be able to help cover the band's jam space and recording time, and also allow for me to not lose income.
That's a great idea. So what you're saying is that it's difficult for you to have these conversations with them face to face, and that you would feel more comfortable doing it through an email so that you can say it exactly the way that you want to?
Yes, without anyone being able to interject or interrupt.
Yes, understandable. I think that's a fantastic idea.
Well, thank you for all of your help. I think I can make this email happen, and I will try and calm my mind before I send it out, and have a friend reread it in order to make sure nobody feels belittled, and I can talk to you about it when we meet again next week.
That is a great idea. Take care and good luck.
Thank you very much for your time.